I wasn't pleased with how the game ended and the things that happened. I will say this, I have a lot of respect for Brian and certainly Jeff Horner. I don't think they teach that kind of stuff, but I was not having it. It's not the way to play.
Timmy, look, Fran McCaffrey losses, you know what. You've been in the middle of those ruckuses before, and the game's over, you got to shake hands. He said, no, boys, no shaking hands, let's get the hell out of here. I don't know what to make of it. He's a hothead, we get that. But you've been in a million of those things, what are they like?
Yeah, for Fran McCaffrey, I mean, this is tradition, right? This is what you're supposed to do. I mean, I played in over 100 college basketball games, and after every college basketball game, win or loss, I had to shake hands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, lost a lot of those games. And maybe that's why I'm jaded.
Good game, good game, good game.
Yeah, and then the worst is when they grab you and they want to tell you something. Tom Izzo, I remember, grabbed me and told me, wow, I really saw great improvement for you from sophomore year.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't care.
What do you mean?
You just beat me.
Tom Izzo pulled you aside in the line and said, shaking it, hey, I really appreciate your game. That's pretty cool.
Would he have said that if we would have beaten him?
I would hope so.
He
I'd hope the message would be the same.
Everybody is so gracious after they win, right? Not so gracious after defeat. So I think at the college level.
They won. Iowa won. And they said, we don't want any part of this. We're out of here because the way they played in that final minute.
Yeah, and there was some dirty plays. I think the cherry on top obviously was the steal and the late bucket that actually wasn't a bucket at the end of the game. But I think guys that are 18 years old, that's how old you are when you're a freshman in college, you can vote, you can fight for the country, and if you want to make a decision, I don't want to shake that guy's hand. That's completely fine. Now, if you feel compelled to shake hands, this isn't grade school. This isn't Little League. These guys are college athletes. Coaches are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, up to $3, $4, $5, $8, $10 million a year.
Yeah, but to me, in the pros, in the NHL, the coolest thing you ever see in the Stanley Cup playoffs, grown men, professionals, some of them making millions of dollars in that league. What do? Shake hands, gloves off, masks off for the goalies, shake hands. One of the coolest traditions in all of sports. Now, they only do it once, and I get that. I'm with you, maybe not every game, but I think there is some sportsmanship that goes along with that.
I think the hockey stuff is unique, and that is a very unique example. And then if you want to go international, you want to go soccer, obviously there's a lot of embracing jerseys, but that's the guys' choices after the game. It's not a mandatory line up and shake hands with everybody. When I was at Northwestern, if I decided I didn't want to shake hands with Wisconsin, you know what my coach would have said? Run. Oh, get to practice early and run. You're being disrespectful. You're not respecting the game. Run. And I'd be like, I can make the decision. If I don't want to shake hands, I don't want to shake hands.
Did you not shake hands with people in the lineup?
No, just because I wanted to play. Because I knew the games were only going to be 30 games, and I had to wait all calendar year for these BS 30 games.
Has anything ever been said in those lines that maybe should not have been said?
I don't want to name names, all right? But Kevin Boyle, who's considered one of the best high school coaches in all the land, right?
Kevin,
Coach Ben Simmons, Coach D'Angelo Russell in high school. He was at St. Patrick's in New Jersey, one of the best high schools out there. Close game, we lose at the buzzer. Long story short, I'm the last guy in the line, and he grabs me. And he said, you'd be a hell of a player if you keep your mouth shut. And I said, you'd be a hell of a coach if you beep, beep, beep. And let's just say,
high school?
Let's just say two of my family members were in full Nelsons, cops are there. It was pandemonium. I felt like he was out of line grabbing me.
Well, he shouldn't grab you.
He grabbed me.
Physically, he should. A coach should not put his hand. An opposing coach in that line should never put his hands on an opposing teammate, a kid. You're a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you this: the New Jersey State Police, they put their hands over some family members of mine, and it ended up being a riot and a story I still tell to this day.
So you really think they should just get rid of it?
I'm okay with it at the high school level, but at the college level, yeah, get rid of it. Dump it.
Agree to disagree. There's got to be some measure worth, but just don't say those things that coach said to you.